Hey guys, welcome to vlog 12, and I want to talk a little bit about Star Wars, and the dangers of getting what we want, or the danger of expectations. I don't know, danger of something, and ultimately, letting go. Full disclosure, because you need to in these things, I've never been disappointed by a Star Wars film. Full stop. What's bringing this about is, the last episode, for now at least, is soon upon us. And, some script leaks were released in this past year, and judging by the trailers, it's looking more and more to be accurate. And, that's based on that. This is probably going to be a little disappointing for some people. And I don't know. I've been very disheartened of, the Star Wars community since the backlash with The Last Jedi. And I'm not going to go in here defending a movie or bringing down movies. This isn't what this vlog is about. And I hate having hot take opinions about anything. But what I do want to talk about is our expectations. And when I say our, I try to be universal, but at the end of the day, I'm a 30-something-year-old adult, and I don't have the same perspective. I don't have the same experience with Star Wars as some of the younger people and some other people. So I try to be cognizant of that, and I'd like for you guys to be cognizant of that as well. I guess what I'm getting at is I live in a world, in a bubble or whatever you want to call it, where I believe that Star Wars is an overwhelmingly good thing to the world, to public consumption, to the psychosphere, whatever you want to go with. And I hear a lot, in retrospect to the prequels, to this new trilogy, everything about what Star Wars actually is. And I think it's a pretty nebulous thing to define. And it certainly is for me. Because, I was non-existent, just single digits in age when the original trilogy came out. And it was the greatest thing ever. I loved it to death. I still love it to death. I don't have the dates handy. Let's just call it a teenager when the prequels came out, and I enjoyed them, but they felt lacking to me, and I'll go into that a little bit later. And now, as an adult, I've really enjoyed the first two movies of this new trilogy, and I'm gonna suspect that I'm gonna enjoy the third. I might be disappointed in some things, but I know I'm gonna enjoy it. And so, that's the wealth of knowledge, experience I have to deal with in consuming these movies. The prequels, there's been a billion videos and movies made about, why there's problems with those, and this isn't one of them. But I do think if I had to narrow in one thing, difference between the prequels and the original trilogy is, the main characters. And I don't mean that in interesting or character development. I just mean in what they represent and what they are. we had, at least in a child's eyes, child J, eyes, Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, they're heroes. I mean, probably, maybe, I'm sure by the book definition, or whatever definition, in my heart, they were heroes. In the prequel trilogies, it was difficult to find somebody to root for. No fault to... I mean, I guess the problem is you know where Anakin is going through that entire series, and you just can't get around that. And unfortunately, the prequels were made around Anakin. Obi-Wan is always a secondary character, and so you can't focus in on him, even when we kind of need to. Sorry. Alright, we're just gonna go through it. I need to find better places to vlog. Hey, come here. Okay. They just love to bark. Oh, goodies. Alright, on point. These new movies, yeah, Finn, Rey, Poe, Dameron, they're likable. They fit more into that mold of the original trilogy heroes as I would like. I've completely lost my train of thought. I hear a lot of things talking about how this new trilogy is, it's rehashes to remakes, and, that's probably true to an extent. But again, I'm just looking for enjoyment here out of these movies, and I think this new trilogy has provided it. I think this new trilogy isn't necessarily made for me either. And I think that's something that fails a lot of people, is that a lot of Star Wars fans, or at least the older generation of them, at some point nothing's going to live up to our expectations. And I'm not saying that, the reviews are skewed because we're just, okay boomer kind of stuff. I don't think it's being made for me. And that's a good thing. I think it's being made for a younger generation, and I truly hope that that younger generation thinks as fondly of these movies as I do as of the original trilogy. And I guess I just want to leave it here with Rise of Skywalker. It's not the end of the world if you don't like this movie. It's not the end of Star Wars if you don't like this movie. You still have the original trilogy. You still have every single thing that you enjoyed about Star Wars there. So, keep that in mind, and who knows, it could be really good, even, reading the spoilers like I have. Context is everything. And I can't wait. May the Force be with you, and I hope you have a great day.